What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is how to attract sexy women who you vibe with. All right? So, sexy women, women who are stimulating sexually, and women who you vibe with. So, women who are on the same energy on you, who have similar values, who have a similar outlook on life. Basically, a woman who complements you and would not be a distraction or a problem or super needy or any of these things that would conflict with your experience or your opportunity to experience a great quality of life. All right. So let's look at this. The first thing I want to say is first, we need to understand how powerful we are as men. We have the ability to manifest. We have the ability to attract, but we need to chill out and relax and not be so serious about this topic of women. It's not super serious. You need to sincerely put your energy into attracting women if this is something that you want to do, but it's not super serious. Here's what I mean. This process of attracting women is supposed to be fun. It's an opportunity for you to be creative. It's an opportunity for you to express your personality. It's an opportunity for you to connect with another soul. You know what I mean? It's not this, okay, I need to get her number and I need to get her on a date and then this needs to happen and then I can't get rejected. And you see, that's when it becomes this weird thing and it gets difficult and blah, blah, blah. You need to see it as a fun part of life, right? This game of attracting women, it's a fun part of life. It's fun, but only if you take on this perception and you take on this view and you just chill out and relax, okay? Now, let's start there. We have this power to manifest. That means we can bring something that we think about, we can bring it into reality through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our actions, through our words, okay? And the more we create alignment with these things, the more we will find ourselves on the frequency or the level of what we want to manifest. All right. So let's start there. Now that we have this understanding, in order to attract a sexy woman, right? If you haven't been doing that consistently or you haven't been doing that in an abundant way, you can get to that point. But what needs to happen? You simply need to become more attractive, right? Your beingness needs to become more attractive. And I'll give you the process on how I did it, okay? Because if you know anything about me, I used to be, it always makes me laugh when I talk about this because I have to like go back and think about it. And I'm so glad I didn't stay there. But basically, I used to be super shy, used to be super inhibited in my communication. Yes, this is true. I used to be, low in self-esteem, low in self-worth. I felt like I didn't have any value, so I would keep my mouth shut all the time. I would never speak up. I would shy away from girls, even if a girl was interested in me, I would kind of be distant because I was afraid to do or say something to basically sabotage the situation, which would always happen anyway. And then when I left high school, I did something about this. So here's what I did. Okay, I decided, for me, it was simple. I wanted to get a girlfriend, right? I made a goal. So you need to set a goal. So if your goal is to attract sexy women into your life, you need to set that as a goal, right? And get specific. I want to attract sexy women into my life who I vibe with. You need to get specific on a goal because the reason I was able to overcome the condition I was in and the beingness that was shy and introverted and couldn't express himself, all that stuff, was because I set a goal of the future, the future version of Trey that I wanted to become, okay? And so I set that goal and I went after it. Now, I didn't have this understanding of manifestation that I have now, so it was actually a much more difficult journey than it could have been. However, just by me setting the goal, which was a first step, that made a huge difference. And then from there, I committed to the goal. So that's the second step. You set this goal and then you commit to it. Right? You don't just say, oh yeah, it would be cool to attract some sexy women or whatever. No, you actually set it as a goal and commit to this goal. Right? And when I say commit, all I mean is like really be about the goal. You know, like sincerely set this goal and be about it, and choose to create this new version of yourself, or this new condition in life. All right. So now, okay, you set the goal, you're committed to it. Now what needs to happen? You need to become more attractive. So now we need to look at qualities that are attractive to women. Now what I've found is women are simply looking for a real man, okay, and I'll go into that. They're looking for a real man who's winning in life, right? And that's the art of it, because there's different versions of that, right? You have businessmen who are cool. You know, these are cool businessmen. They're successful. They're winning, right? That's the type of man who's winning in life, right? You also have artistic men who are into the arts. Maybe they sing or whatever, or they dance or whatever, right? You have some men who are, you know, so very social, and you know what I mean, the life of the party and blah, blah, blah. There's these different archetypes of men who are being men, but they're also bringing a certain value to the table that certain women are looking for, and they have it at a high level. So you don't want to be like, have mediocre value. Like, okay, let's say you're a businessman, but you're kind of like you're not really making any money and you're struggling and stuff like that. That's not super attractive. It can be attractive in the sense of, if you are struggling, but you're going though, like you're moving forward and you're pushing through, you're getting through the struggle and you're making shit happen, you're getting creative, that energy is attractive, right? You may not have won yet, but it looks like you're on your way to winning, right? That's attractive. And then we can apply that to different areas. You know, this is the guy who's always, you know, working on his talent, whether let's say he's an athlete, right? Like an athlete, someone who's always working on his craft, he's working on his game, he's getting better, you know what I mean? He's making connections with other people, he's moving forward, you know, he's evolving. That's a certain type of energy. Now, if he gets around certain type of women who are into that thing, they're going to be attracted to that. Now, the more he is able to emotionally move women, the more attractive the women he will be able to attract, right? Because women, you know, they're emotional creatures. So basically they're going to respond to you based on how much you can move them emotionally. Now, the more attractive women are more difficult to move emotionally, because you need to have a higher frequency of energy to really get their attention. So you just need to keep leveling up. Right? That's why as a man, if you work on your confidence, you work on your skills, you work on your character, you work on your energy, your vibe, you work on these different things, and then you present yourself to women, you'll notice that you'll start attracting higher quality women as you grow, as you evolve, right? Because your ability to affect people and women emotionally has increased, right? And if you're moving in a positive direction, you're going to attract, right, positivity, right? You're going to attract positive women, stuff like that. Now, if you find yourself in a negative vibe, you know, like doing things that you don't want to do, you know, hanging around negative people, you know, having negative thoughts, shit like that, you're going to attract negative women, right? You're going to attract, you're not going to attract, you know, high quality women. So you have to understand that the person you are being, it's your inner game. That's what's attracting or creating your physical world or your external reality. It's the person you're being on the inside, right? So for example, when I was in high school, you know, I was being shy, I was being this guy with no self-worth, I was being this guy timid, you know, what do they call it, beta male, you know, just not being assertive, not being masculine and stuff like that. And so because of that, I wouldn't really attract any women. And if I did attract women, I would somehow figure out how to sabotage the situation because of my inner game, you know, the person I was on the inside, right? So your inner game is extremely important, okay? And I talk about these different things that you can work on in my group, the Unbreakable Beast Tribe, okay? I go into these different qualities you can work on, okay? You know, you grounded masculinity, that's something you can work on. Authentic expression, that's something you can work on. Leadership, that's something you can work on. Pre-selection, protector of loved ones, leader of men, healthy emotions, successful risk taker. You know, these are all different qualities that you can demonstrate in your communication, in your beingness, in the way you carry yourself that are attractive to women, and you can increase these. And then you have more specific qualities, and this, when it comes to the specifics, now you have to look at what you've been given, right? Like, what talents have you been given? What gifts have you been given? What things can you do better than most people? You know, what is your gift? What makes you unique? What makes you interesting? And then you look at those qualities and you amplify them, right? So like even me, like if you just looking at what you see visually, you can clearly see there's certain things that I've amplified, right? I've worked on my physique. Okay, I've worked on my style, worked on my communication, right? I worked on my ability to be grounded and you know, grounded in my masculinity and grounded in my expression. Like these are things I worked on, right? Because these are things I can work on. I don't worry about what I can't do, right? I can't change my you know, my lips, my nose, my eyes, these things. I'm not gonna go and do surgery, right? I'm not interested in that, right? I just work on what I can, you know, improve or whatever, right? I don't worry about the things I can't and also I reframe things. So for example, when I was introverted and shy and stuff like that, one of the qualities that I've developed is I became a really good listener, right? So instead of me just focusing on, yeah, man, I used to be shy and blah, 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 you know, I figured out how to work on creating an extroverted part to my character, to my beingness. But I also reframed that situation and looked at, okay, what was valuable about me being shy and me being quiet and going through that period of time where I wasn't getting any girls and stuff like that. Okay, I became a great listener. I learned how to observe my environment a lot better. I learned how to be, you know, I picked up on what was socially acceptable and what was not. You know, I learned a lot from having these references of me just kind of chilling back and just soaking up, you know, the what's going on and not being that loud guy that's always talking. So it gave me, actually, I got a lot of value out of being the shy guy, you know. I was able to reframe this. Like, that's how you deal with your past trauma. You know, you go back and see how you can reframe things in a positive light so you don't carry around this negativity and this baggage, right? So yeah, so the point is you want to attract sexy women who you vibe with. You have to become more attractive, right? You need to be more emotionally stimulating to your environments, not just to women, but to everyone, okay? And this happens through you raising your vibration, raising your frequency, building up your character, becoming more influential, right? Becoming a version of yourself. You know, imagine you're watching a movie. You're in the movie. Like, how would you want to be? Like, literally, get clear on exactly how you would like to be in the movie, right? Imagine you could design yourself exactly how you want yourself to be. Things that are in your control, so not something that you can't control. I'm talking about the resources and the cards you've been given in life right now, right? Because we have to start from where we are. We can't say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, so I'm doomed. No, that's not true. You work with what you have right now, and as you work on yourself and you level up and you start having different experiences, you'll start acquiring different resources, different things that you can use and leverage to create this character that you want to create. Okay, but you start where you are. All right? And then you just know, okay, what is the type of woman? You need to get clear on the type of woman you want to attract, so you know when she shows up, you know that's her, and when she's not there, you know that's not her. So you actually, when you communicate to women, you're actually qualifying them, and they can feel that. They can feel when a man shows up and he actually has standards, he actually has qualifications. Now they know a man like that must have some kind of purpose or some value or something, you know what I mean? Like, no, only a man of value would do something like that, would actually set up qualifications and standards for women, right? So he's not, in this way, you won't be bended easily. A woman can't move you around easily. She can't, you know what I mean, break you, because you know who you are and you know what you want. And you're not walking around just, oh, as long as she has some nice hair and a nice shape, you're already in love with her. It's like, no, she needs to qualify. Okay, and that's a whole different vibe. That's you walking up like a king. That's you walking up like an emperor. That's you walking up like a boss, a beast. Not a, oh man, I hope I get a girl today. Like, that's not gonna, you know, that's not gonna attract sexy women. Okay, sexy women, you gotta remember, they have tons of guys going after them. Even, to be honest, even girls who are not really that sexy, they have a swamp of guys trying to get after them. So imagine the sexy women, right? It's even more intense, right? Much higher caliber men are going after these women. And so you have to stand out. The only way you could stand out is by being unique. Okay, having these core qualities that are attractive to women, but also being unique in your own expression and your own authenticity. All right. So that's the advice for the video. If you're a guy watching this, I'd like to invite you to the Unbreakable Beast Tribe. It's for men who want to eliminate their fear of approaching women and develop unbreakable self-confidence so you can attract the kind of women you want in your life and become the kind of man and live the kind of life that you want to live. All right, I'll drop a link to the group in the comment section. I'll see you inside. Peace.